Hello, everyone. You've got the old Mongo man with you out here in Mongo's garage Sunday night. It is 20 after 9, and I've got to put my truck back together from everything that we did this weekend. So I figured what better opportunity than to walk you guys through all the stuff I carry around with me in my truck 24/7. So sit back, grab your favorite cold snack, and let's talk about some tools. All right, so as you guys know, I do like the Milwaukee Packout storage system, and I do have a nice little holder built for the back of my truck, but right now it's shoved clear up in the front because I hauled some stuff for work the other day, and I had to push it up there. But I also have a bunch of stuff in here that we used over the weekend as we were putting the liner in the pool. So I got to put this stuff back together. Everybody should have a nice little stool. If you don't have one of these, I highly suggest getting one, maybe 2 or 3. My brother Rowdy bought me this, I would say 15 years ago for Christmas. It's a knee pad. This was a Pit Crew knee pad. You can't see it anymore, but it does say Pit Crew on there. This one has pretty much seen better days. As you can see, it's almost ripped in half at this point. But this has been a really good mat. I need to get a couple more. That usually doesn't ride with me in the truck, but it's in here because we were using it the other day. So this is the 5th wheel speed sensor off of one of my machines that I had to go and bail them out the other night. And as you can see, they did a real good job of tearing this one up. I'm going to be replacing this with a radar because it's in a scrapyard. So it is what it is, you know. The Bauer lights that I use, these are, you know, here in the garage. I take them with me. This is a pretty nice light, just simply because you can also plug a extension cord into it. I use the lithium. Okay, so in the business that I do, I have to go out and on occasion do actual rail surveys. I do a lot of surveys via the internet so that I can get grade, a degree of curve, and things like that. And that's essentially what this kit is. So essentially all that it is a little level. This is a inclination level, so it gives me the degrees and everything on it. And I have a string in here. We use the string to get the curvature, the degree of curve, and we use the level to get the percentage of incline. And from that information, I can size the pieces of equipment that we sell. This is something that always rides with me in the truck. It's just that little kit. I usually have a tape measure in here too, but it's currently missing, and I don't know where it's been drug off to. This is one of the pack outs that always rides in the truck. And essentially what this is my electronic troubleshooting pack out. Got some stuff scattered through here. Always need a roll of black tape. Also in here, I don't know, junk pliers. What are these? Who knows? Got to clean your terminals up. Various other little things in here that really don't belong. I'm going to put them back where they go in the toolbox. I'll be back. So also in here, you're going to have these are little extensions, a 12-volt power supply for what I have. I do a lot of my troubleshooting with the power probe. I really do enjoy using the power probe simply because I can supply ground and power, or using this for a ground and this for a power, I can power something up as long as I'm hooked into a power source. So the power probe is in there. Got some pliers here that actually belong up here. So as you can see, every once in a while you just got to regroup and kind of put this stuff back together. I have an IFAC cable for doing troubleshooting on fork trucks. That's what that is. I have just a nice little meter throwaway meter. That way, you know, riding around in the back of the truck here, if it gets screwed up, it gets screwed up. Some wire, just random wire that I've got curled up here in case you need it. I have a snap-on. Of course, this is out of butane, but that's a little, the snap-on, one of the only snap-on things that I own, the little butane torch 300. This actually doesn't even belong in here. This is an oil pressure gauge. I'll put that in the other kit. This is a for the equipment that I sell and work on. This is a transmission harness that I can get into the transmission with my laptop and do some troubleshooting. And of course, I had a piece of steel in here. I don't know why. Actually, I do. It was from a job. I didn't need that much. I have my terminal kits. I used to be a big fan of Cornwell, and this is 2 of their terminal release tool kits. This one's actually missing one, but I also have the little round in there as well. So those things come in really handy whenever you're working on the electrical stuff. Import terminal kit. Again, there's one missing out of there, but what are you gonna do, right? So we can put this stuff back together. That will all go in there. This is the bottom. I do have a Noku, I don't know what you would call it, jumper somewhere. I don't know where it's at right now. I think it's in the house because I was using it as a power supply for when I was doing video for basketball, for the Avella Boys basketball. I was using it as a power supply for that. So I'm pretty sure it's in there. This this cable, the USB cord doesn't always work. That's why it's in this pack. I have a better one that works all the time. So this will go in there like that. Another little piece of wire. I do have a whole roll of wire in there as well. So that's the electrical pack out. And that rides around with me in the truck. That one doesn't go far. When I know that I'm going to be working on something that needs pressure readings, I take this. This is my pressure test kit. So inside of here, essentially you'll have a mess because it looks like all the glycerin came out of one of these gauges. So we've got multiple gauges, different pressures. This one goes to 1,000. This one goes to 180. This is 150, and this is a vacuum gauge. Different fittings, because you never know what fitting you're going to need. Again, more fittings over here, another gauge. There is some stuff in here, I'm not sure. Little fittings, air fittings, things of that nature. And then I have, I can do some pressure compression tests. I have a Detroit and I believe a Cummins adapter here to do the B-Series Cummins. Fuel pressure, I can do, I have a snap-on fuel pressure kit here so that I can do fuel pressure on fuel injection. And I'm going to toss this gauge in here too so that I can use it. This one doesn't always ride with me, but I do have it. It's over here on the Packout rack. If I need it, I grab it. And what I need to do is I need to take all this stuff down to Rowdy's Wash in Wellsburg, West Virginia, the official car wash in Mongo's garage, and blow all of the fiberglass dust off of it. But the Packouts, that's one of the things that I really like about them, is I can make all the dust that I want to in the garage, and it doesn't get inside. And I can blow them off with a power washer because they are sealed. There's a rubber gasket around all of them. This is just the screws. We needed this for the liner when we were putting the ladder in. KJ grabbed this. So that'll just go back out on the Packout rack here. This is one of the ones that usually rides around with me, just simply because what I've got this labeled as DC electrical stuff. And what you'll find in here is just about anything you need to fix a DC electrical problem. The best, without a doubt, electrical crimp tools are these Snap-ons. I don't know any part number or anything like that. I couldn't read it if I had to. They've been used too much when new. CS7CF. Charlie 57 Charlie Foxtrot. Looks like maybe there's a Foxtrot whiskey in front of it. I don't know. But at any rate, that is without a doubt the best. And I will argue with you if you tell me that there's a better one. Crimping / stripping multi-tool on the market today. So in here you just have your various butt connectors, as you can see there. We just fixed KJ's truck too tall, which we're toying with the idea of changing its name to Misery, just simply because it's from Missouri, and so far it's done nothing but given me a bunch of misery. So, but too tall rolls off the tongue pretty easily. So that one usually rides with me all the time. The next two that we're going to get out here, and the reason I want to get them out together is because there's a bunch of stuff out of them. So within these two boxes here, you've probably seen this one before. This is my Craftsman tool kit. I think this was a 180 piece kit. This is the Taiwan Craftsman, not the Chinese Craftsman. Somebody's working around the corner here trying to scare me. What's up, Kenny? You got me there for a second.
Did I? I sound like a snake.
A little bit. So yeah, these aren't the Chinese. These are the Taiwanese. It comes in that blow molded case, and KJ and I are not very fond. There's the camera right there. They can't see me right now.
Yeah, that's cool.
We're not very fond of this blow molded case, just simply because of how hard it is to get these stupid sockets out of here sometimes.
Yeah, but yours at least stay in there. Mine just go everywhere.
Yeah, yours are everywhere. Well, yours is a China one.
Yeah.
That one that we bought.
JUNK. Junk.
Junk. Chinese junk. So yeah, don't buy the China junk. So what's in here essentially, that's the blow molded case that I blew apart and put everything inside of here.
You have 2 5/16 ball and hitch.
I have no idea where it's at. It might be up there. Why don't you jump up there anyway and hand me that stuff? And that kit is definitely, that's one of the kits that always rides with me. I always have that kit no matter where I go. If I go on vacation, if I go somewhere, that kit is always with me. KJ just brought back the one of the Packouts that always rides with me as well. As you can see, there's some clothes in here. Not in there. These are lug nuts that we were using when we went to get too tall. We need these lug nuts to put all the. Give me that rack.
Together.
When we go to put the 5.4 back together.
I can take the ball off my pedal then.
So this has pretty much just been where I've been throwing garbage for a long time. As you can see, there's a bunch of garbage in here. KJ, look at this. How long have you been looking for this?
What is this?
You missing one of those? Well, apparently you are, because it's in the back of my truck. So like I was saying, that milk crate just has a bunch of junk in it that, random stuff. This is actually a rope that we picked up out of the Ohio River last year on the back of Rona. Only rope I've ever caught in the river. We were cruising down near the Weirton Yacht Club, and it showed up back there in the back of the boat. Got an old hammer in here, big hammer. It's too bad we didn't remember that was in there the other night when we were out there changing that part, KJ. I got a pretty good adjustable wrench in there. This is a Stanley. I hate adjustable wrenches, if you guys didn't know that. This is a part that I'm holding on to right now. This is it's a road wheel control solenoid for one of the machines that I've been working on. So that's actually going to get turned back in for warranty. This is my pair of my Carhartt winter coveralls. Fire resistant, or at least they used to be fire resistant. They need to get washed. I'll probably wash all this stuff here real soon. Fire resistant coveralls and a full bag of rags. That stuff always rides with me. Usually doesn't ride in a whatchamacallit. I put it in a large toolbox, but all my large toolboxes are out right now being used or were destroyed by somebody driving over them. Alright, so a lot of this stuff we were just using yesterday, and it doesn't belong in here, so what we're going to do is clean it all out. Put it back where it belongs. All right, so this box right here is essentially just a bunch of randomness. Usually all Harbor Freight stuff. That way, if I destroy it, it's okay. And when you're on the road, sometimes you find out that you got to destroy stuff. So this is straight screwdrivers. These are all Phillips screwdrivers. I'm sorry, I got that backwards. The first was Phillips. These are straights. On top of there, this is just a container full of randomness. So a knife, a flashlight that doesn't work. What the hell good is that? Have to get batteries for it. Another knife, a steel and a mag for starting fires. Another knife, a Sharpie. I had another Sharpie here. So you can see that's just, and there's a couple screws in there. Self-tapping screws, seam screws, you never know what those will get you out of. Over on this side, got a blown fuse, a bunch of bolts that we don't need anymore. These are all my impacting devices that are in here. Another flashlight, 1/4-inch drive ratchet. Just some, again, absolute randomness to that I know I've used in the past or whatever to get me out of trouble. So it's in there for sure. I always store these tight like that. That way they're not all flopping around. 2 vice grips, a regular vice grip and a small needle nose. And they are vice grip brand. That's the one thing I don't like, the off-brand vice grips. So wrenches, because that other kit only goes so high in wrenches, I have a whole other set here. And the 15/16 is missing because we were using it the other night. It's right here. We'll put it on there. Looks like it's gonna go that way. And we'll hook that back up. Also, looks like the 5/16 is missing. That's okay because I have it right here. And now it's on there again. So this is, well, that's interesting. The 1-inch is on there backwards. Let's fix that. So these are all Craftsman wrenches, made in America. The 9/16 backwards too. Son of a gun. The reason that I'm concerned about these being backwards on here is because if they're backwards, they don't nest together well. And if they're not nested together well, they won't fit where they have to be stored in that Packout. So, there we go. See how they're all nice and nested? That way they'll all lay down together. Again, those are all American-made Craftsman. I also have a full set of, well, I don't dare say full set. Looks like 10 mil to 20 mil metric. And then down inside of here, I have a nice Cornwell 1/4-inch drive set. I usually have an extra bit or two hanging out in there. That is down inside. I have a full Cornwell set of bits. Well, I say full, there are some missing, but pretty much, I don't know where that screwdriver is. And then, this is where it gets interesting, like I was saying. These guys, I have a Cornwell offset, goes down in there like that, lays flat. These guys will lay in here like this. And then this set comes in off this side. And will lay in there. How the heck that happened? Like that. And that's my extras. Bigger stuff, like I said, the wrench is all the way to 1 inch. That really helps. And this is one of the boxes that I have with me all the time as well. Okay, now let's talk about this piece of 3/4-inch plywood that's got a little bend in it right now for some reason. As you guys can see, this has been contoured to fit into the bed liner of my F-150, and this is the reason I got into Packout 100%. What I was tired of was all of my stuff sliding around the back of my pickup truck. So I saw a Packout, and I knew right away that I could do that, simply because what I was doing was using the notches that they have in there for the 2x6, and I was stacking everything in there that way. And then I got to thinking, well, if I put a piece of 3/4-inch plywood in there with these Packout racks on it, I can snap these Packout things in there, and it solves that problem. And well, let's just say that it did solve the problem, but it created another problem. You guys saw my Packout rack. I might be addicted to Packout. Don't tell the wife. For those are my wrenches, and in my wrenches, I need to put a Phillips screwdriver. They got its way out, so it's put away. Dad's tools always goes on top. The electrical one is second, and the electrical one doesn't need anything. Actually, it does. I don't know where it is, but I usually have a scanner that goes in there. Yeah, I have, actually it's my dad's Harbor Freight little scanner. It works nice for, you know, somebody says I have a check engine light on and I need to know what it is. I'll use that scanner to troubleshoot through it real quick. This is that DC stuff. It'll go over here. Snap in. You remember the very first thing that I showed you was my survey kit. It'll go right on top of there. And this is this kit. And there are a couple things missing out of here. One of which is this 5/16 snap. And the other thing is this 7mm snap. That'll go back in there. And snap. So that's my pack out set up in the back of the work truck. That stuff has gotten me out of trouble more times than not. And what's nice is with this tonneau cover on here, you don't even know it's in there, and it keeps it all dry. But if you look at how I designed if you look at how it's designed, right now, once I put the tailgate up, you can't unlatch. You can't get these things out. Even if the tonneau cover isn't there, these won't clear the tailgate to come out, because once the tailgate gets up, they're flush up against the tailgate. The side ones you can get out, but those ones on the ends or in the middle, you can't get those out. And that's why they're kind of like that. That's why I did it that way. So, got a couple new wrenches for the collection. They need to be cleaned up. This is actually an old 19-inch auto wrench. And this is a newer rigid, what they call a spud wrench. There's one more floating around here somewhere. There it is. And this is a 9-inch auto wrench. Just nothing special, you know, but they'll get cleaned up and put in the collection. So yeah, that is what is in the back of my truck and what I use to stay out of trouble whenever I'm out doing a demo or I've stopped on the side of the roads. Now, if I'm going on a long trip, I will absolutely pack another box. I have a box over here that's labeled drills. It's usually empty. So if I'm going on a long trip, I'll take that drills box and I will actually use it. Put the impacts in. I'll put a drill in it just so that I have that stuff with me while I'm out there on the road. So that's it. That's everything in the back of my truck. If you guys got any questions or comments about how I put this together or why I've done it, you know, if you want to know more, let me know. We'll talk about it. But for right now, it's getting pretty late. I think it's about 10:30. I needed to get this done anyway, so I figured I'd bring you guys along for the ride. Didn't really get to work on Phoenix much this weekend, but we got tomorrow. Sis has prom, so she's going to go do that. KJ has football practice, and then we'll be back out here, later in the evening. And actually, as hot as it's been, you can't stand to be out here unless it is late in the evening. The pool is up and running. I actually spent, I don't know, a little bit of time in it today. It's really nice. Right now, it's a bit cold. It's clean. A lot of chlorine in it. Obviously, that's all brand new water. We got to get it tested and see where we're at. Also, the liner is very smooth. Very happy with how smooth the bottom of it is. My brothers, Rodney and Rowdy, both came over and helped me, and thank you guys for the help. They both watch and are avid fans of the channel. One thing I wanted to tell everybody, July 24th, we're going to be having the second annual St. John the Baptist Byzantine Catholic Church here in Avella, Pennsylvania. We're going to be having the second annual car show. We have a really nice grounds there at the church, about 10 acres. It's all grass, lots of shade. We'll be selling hot dogs, hamburgers, pop, water. But essentially, it's going to be a car, boat, truck, motorcycle, tractor. If it's got wheels on it and you're proud of it, I want you to bring it down. I want you to show it off. So definitely come on down, check it out, see what we've got going on. I'll be down there. I'm going to drag some of my junk down. I'm hoping Phoenix is done by then. I'll take it down. You guys can check it out in person. I am going to take BOV1 down there, clean it up, take it down so everybody can check it out. KJ will probably have Too Tall down there. And I don't know for sure, but I'm going to try and get SpongeBob there as well. So if you find yourself wanting to come on down and kibitz a little bit, I also am going to have, we're going to set up an area that you can sell stuff. I'm going to take a bunch of these full pack outs of extra tools that I have down there and see if anybody's interested in buying onesies or twosies. I know Sis is going to put up a table for merch. She's going to be selling Mongo's garage gear. I'm going to have probably the first 50 cars, because last time we had it, I think I only got 20 cars. So probably the first 50 cars will get a dash black, and I'm going to have one trophy that Mongo's Garage is going to buy. We're going to sponsor the trophy, best of show, and I'll pick that. So that's what we've got going on, kind of, get things fired back up here. Again, that's July 24th. Going to be here at Avella at St. John's. St. John the Baptist Byzantine Catholic Church. What else? And again, like I said, we'll have hot dogs, maybe some hamburgers, cheeseburgers, this, that, and the other. So I hope to see you guys down there. And like I said, we're going to have a vendor area. So if you got something you want to sell, you got some tools, you got some parts, whatever, just give me a holler. I will be posting the information for the car show here real soon, so let me know what you got going on. Hope to see you guys down there, and thanks for sticking out tonight here, Mongo's Garage, watching me put my tools away. Like I said, if you got any questions about what I got going on here, about the Packout, they are expensive, but I think they're well worth it. I've been carrying the Packout now just about 2 years. I've been using it, so this is 2 years old. The only reason it's got the bow in it is because I had it up in the front and it wasn't fully supported. It usually rides back here. That bow will come out once it gets wet again. So yeah, that's it. All right, guys. I appreciate you coming back. Appreciate you watching, liking, subscribe to the channel. I did notice that we were almost at the 230 mark, but I lost another one. So stick around. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. Get signed up on YouTube as a user, and then you can subscribe to the channel, which definitely helps the analytics. Gets the videos out there to more people. That way we can build a community here and share all the things that we've learned, and just whatever it takes. All right, the Mongo Man is out.